We women must have perseverance and above all confidence in ourselves. We must believe that we are gifted for something and that this something must be attained. Hi, my name is Emmie Chambers, a senior Bonner, English major, and biology minor at Sewanee. Since my freshman year, I volunteered at Bishop Springs Medical Clinic, serving as the director of the Patient Assistance Program and coordinator for student volunteers. But before I delve into my role as a Bonner leader, or what this program has taught me as of now, I should tell you how I got to this point in my life, as a graduating senior aspiring towards medical school. Born and raised in Montgomery, Alabama, I am the only daughter to a loving mother, a sister sandwiched between two rambunctious brothers, and a granddaughter to one of the hardest working women I know. You see, to say I grew up in a matriarchal household is an understatement. When you are raised by a single mother who is also raised by a single mother herself, the women in your life begin to seem less like people and more like superheroes. And it was through this lens that I grew up watching the women in my life achieve the seemingly impossible. While putting all three of her children through school, my mother simultaneously worked a full-time job, making time to rewire dishwashers and perform car maintenance on the weekends, giving up her own personal health insurance and other basic necessities at times to provide for the needs of her children. My mother has gone to all ends for my siblings and myself, making sacrifices of love that will never be forgotten. I steadily believe that it was through my mother's consistent acts of selflessness, compassion, and bravery that I found myself where I am today, a first-generation college student and Bonner leader at Sewanee. Beginning my Bonner career as an after-school coordinator at Sewanee Elementary School, I spent the majority of my freshman year adoring my new home in Tennessee with childlike eyes. It was from this first semester with my 5th grade WDC girls that I cultivated an affinity for nature that would continue to grow throughout my college career, leading me to life-altering adventures such as road tripping across the Midwest, exploring the European continent, or even backpacking along the Rio Grande. However, while I felt comfortable teaching outdoor education as a student mentor, it was not until my second semester as a Bonner that I found my niche as a medical volunteer, working at a free rural clinic in Grundy County, Tennessee. Moving from one household of strong, independent women to another, I began my volunteer work at Bishop Springs Medical Clinic, starting a 4-year partnership with what I would later recognize as the most important aspect of my Sewanee career. It was from this family home turned community clinic that I not only found my passion for medicine, but also gained the best mentors I ever could have imagined. Miss Norma Sparks, Linda Elrod, Sherry Rankin, and Renee Hobbs, each of which being uniquely dedicated to the well-being of their patients. Providing a comprehensive and all-encompassing level of care only possible with the gentleness and maternal instinct of a female staff, the women at Bishop Clinic have permanently instilled within me the vast importance of compassion within medical care, a trait that comes across through the clinic's holistic and highly personalized approach to patient treatment. It was therefore within 20 minutes of walking into the clinic for the first time that I realized not only the larger humanitarian goal of free health clinics, but also Bishop Clinic's immediate investment in me, as Renee, the secretary and heartbeat of the clinic, pulled me to the consultation room to teach me how to take vitals on my very first day, a woman teaching another woman how to care for others. First lending me her own arms to practice on, to then push me onwards to those of her patients and peers, Renee showed me firsthand what I believe now to be the key attribute that keeps Bishop Clinic operating: the compassionate, respectful, and yet highly personalized hospitality that the staff instills upon every patient and volunteer that walks through its doors. As I became a small part of the medical services provided by Bishop Clinic through taking vitals and filing, I soon realized for the first time in my life that I too had a role in bettering the lives of others, even as a mere college undergrad. This recognition soon gave way to greater action, and during the beginning of my sophomore year, I began my first capacity building project, working with Renee to compile what we have hence dubbed the Bishop Springs Patient Assistance Program. Combining national prescription programs with the philanthropy of surrounding doctors, the Patient Assistance Program gave order through which the clinic might give its patients the most comprehensive and beneficial health care possible, at little or no cost to either party. By the end of 2015, we had compiled a document including over 1,500 free medications offered by 8 major pharmaceutical companies, all at the glance of an alphabetized spreadsheet. Seeing firsthand that I too could make a difference in the Bishop community, the Patient Assistance Program not only inspired my passion for medicine and healthcare advocacy, but also pushed me to further question how else the Bonner program could benefit Bishop Clinic as an organization, an answer I finally found through the Canale Capacity Building Grant. Arriving just as Bishop Clinic had been donated a neighboring house, the Canale Grant not only allowed for me to gain monetary support for the clinic, but also provided a chance for reflection, where I had to ask myself questions, like what makes Bishop Clinic so unique and necessary within the broader system of healthcare? How is this organization so successful in helping its surrounding community? And in what ways has the clinic served even me, a part-time volunteer? After weeks of compiling the 7-page document for the Sewanee Office of Civic Engagement, I finally realized that Bishop Clinic thrives because it is an organization made by the community for the community, a familial environment that not only strives to provide the best healthcare possible, but also wishes to improve the overall well-being of its community at large. Having myself received both physical and emotional support from the ladies at Beersheba Clinic during times of depression and illness, I could attest to this community-based allegiance from personal experience, as they endowed upon me the same hospitality and gentleness reflected within the clinic's greater service at large. It was therefore through my observations and by the greater humanitarian effort of the clinic that this $1,000 Canali grant found its way into the hands of Sewanee alumni John Clark, who exponentially enlarged our plans for the donated building with a gift of over $20,000 from the Carpenter Fund, a philanthropic organization rooted in Chattanooga. Providing the monetary support necessary in order to transform the clinic's donated house into a free dentistry office, this project will serve to improve the livelihoods of a great majority of Beersheba's patients, who have previously had to drive over 45 minutes to receive costly dental hygiene procedures and oral operations. Driven by the volunteer work of Grundy County residents and Sewanee students alike, this expansion project has proven to be the most challenging and yet the most rewarding project of my entire Sewanee career, as I have not only gotten to see a community come together to support one another, but have also experienced the emergence of countless mentors into the lives of my fellow Sewanee students, as community members and students work side by side hammering, painting, and performing carpentry, all with the common goal of bettering their community. Reflecting on a much larger scale, the daily acts of mentorship and encouragement the women at Beersheba Clinic have so graciously extended to me over the past 4 years, this renovation process has given me hope that Beersheba Clinic will continue bettering the lives of both its patients and its volunteers, inspiring more young women like myself to enter the field of medicine, while teaching us that we too play an instrumental part within our communities. So thank you Mom, Mima, Norma, Linda, Cherry, Robin, Renee, and the countless other women who I have seen exhibit tremendous acts of strength, compassion, kindness, intellect, and above all courage, whether it be through fixing cars, healing patients, or renovating buildings with our own hands. I truly believe that it has been through your acts of unyielding perseverance and compassion that I have not only gained my passion for the medical field, but also have acquired the courage to do my best in life, making me more than willing to fight for my dream of medical school even harder. For this newly fueled flame within myself, I thank both the Bonner program and you. Now let's continue to break that glass ceiling, both in the field of medicine and within our country at large.